Welcome to the presentation of the work Brazilian Beaches and Dunes Status, 3 Decades of Detection Using Machine Learning. My name is Magalhães Pinheiro. The Biomes project was a pioneer in the automated detection of coastal features on the Brazilian coastal zone, analyzing from 1985 to 2018. The proposal of the presented work is to classify Brazil's beaches and dunes presence over a 35-year time series, from 1985 to 2019, aiming with this to improve the Biomes project's coastal cover classification regarding this type of land cover, utilizing for this a methodology executed inside the Google Earth Engine platform. Here we have the main steps of the methodology. In blue we have the mosaic creation steps, in green we have the pre-processing steps, in yellow the classification and post-processing steps, in red the concordant assessment steps, and in coral an indication that all the data created with this work must be publicly available. The annual mosaics were created utilizing Landsat collection 1 tier 1 top of atmosphere data, producing with this annual cloud-free composites, which were created with medium reducer and the BKA bands, or the quality assessment band. After this, the mosaics were subset according to likeness of beaches and dunes occurrence. Regarding the classification process, we utilized as the main classifier the random forest algorithm. And however, before that, we applied the k-means algorithm has a pre-processing step. In fact, the random forest is considered a state-of-the-art approach in the remote sensing, and for this we applied the default parameters as defined in the Google Earth Engine library with 100 trees at most. And for the random forest, table 1 shows the main parameters and attributes, with approximately 1,000 samples per class per year per geographical region, with 9 attributes between spectral bands and spectral indices, with 2 classes as outputs, beaches and dunes and non-beaches and dunes. And in figure 1 we have a summarization of these big steps. With 1A we have the example mosaic, 1B the clusterization step, and 1C the results of the random forest classifier. After this, we utilized spatial temporal filters to fill in possible no data values, remove the salt and pepper effects, and non-permitted class transitions. Regarding this, we defined 10 pixels as the minimum map unit with a 3-year window for concordancy agreements. The results of all this post-processing was a map-to-map agreement assessment used to evaluate the rates of concordancies and disagreements between the results obtained here and the Biomes collection 4.1. This was executed in 2 time points, 1985 and 2018, from both datasets. All the results are available on this link on GitHub and in the description. And graph 1 presents the statistical results. In light green we have the occurrence in terms of kilometers square of beaches and dunes for the north region. In dark green, the occurrence of this type of land cover for the southeast region. In yellow for the south region, and in blue for the northeast region. And this gray bars represents the total amount of beaches and dunes area in the Brazilian coastal zone. Overall, is very visible reduction pattern. In fact, approximately 741 kilometers square were lost in this 35 time period, mainly in the south region, who lost 450 kilometers square, and southeast region, with a reduction of 136 kilometers square. The main drivers for this reduction can be the expansion of urban industrial structures over the Brazilian coastal zone and natural processes, such as the micro-tidal system in the north and the vegetation regrowth on the top of dunes in the south. Overall, we achieved improvements in the quality of the recognition of beaches and dunes, zebras, and in reducing noise. However, the mosaics could be improved, observing the microtidal mechanisms in the north region and the phenological variation in the dune top vegetation in the south region, possibly by field studies or experts analysis.